This video is going to be regarding the Team DMA, going over what to expect, what's on there. This is the final class, unless people request for the class to restart. I've been doing it for almost 3 years. This is class number 6, the final class. After this, I'm going to retire the program. I was going to do it after the 5th, but I met a bunch of new cool people that want to learn how to play Dark Magician. We're the only channel in planet Earth that plays Dark Magician for the future, at least 2 years advanced of everyone else. It's the only deck in existence that is able to destroy and obliterate every deck that everyone's afraid of, including YCS World Champion decks, and we destroy them like the rogue decks. Like, the decks can go 50 duels undefeated, and when they challenge my deck, it turns around. The tables turn around. Basically, their decks aren't able to do squat against my Dark Magicians. And a lot of people hate on my versions, and what you notice is they don't have any of the content we do. Team DMA, they're not able to destroy the decks with ease like we are. We also have proof of everything we say. We don't just talk, we back it up. Winning the locals, winning, doing good in regionals, winning, doing good in YCS. And people ask me like, well, if your decks are so good, how come they don't make it to like world champions? Well, a lot of the people that play the decks only play at locals. They don't travel. But I'm sure if the decks were to be presented more, I would strongly say they probably rank top 30 world champions. Obviously, if the person knows how to play correctly, he could do top 10. I don't know if it would win first place, but I can guarantee whatever's first place, it could cap it. And then also, here's the Dark Magician deck and the channel, and we have formats in here that show you the decks and what they look like. This is just an example. There's a lot of formats, carrying at least 15 formats, 3 of them being world champion versions, tier 1, tier 0 style. And then we have the YouTube videos that include all the greatest hits of the channel members dueling against world-known decks and undefeated decks. We have the market value, which includes what cards to buy, what cards not to buy. And then we have rules and regulations that let you know what can be done and can't be done in the channel. Just basically no bullying and no BS. Showcasing deck of the month. And you see the varieties changing, not just Dark Magician. They can alternate to something else. For example, the Despia deck. And then all these other decks with the Brave engine in it. And we have the top tier Dark Magician decks. Usually top tier 1, tier 0 usually include top YCS world champions, and then we make it our homework to look for them and destroy them without mercy. And we have 100% success rate. Then we have the Team DMA classes in school. The school takes an average of somewhere of a month to complete. As you can see, there's a lot of lessons and classes in here. I didn't count them, but it's probably about 30 lessons, and they each vary from 10 to 15 minutes per class, and some of the longest classes being 40 minutes. So it takes an average of a month if you watch at least 2 videos a week, something like that, or 3 videos a week. And then besides that, in the channel, we have the engines of the deck, specifically Dark Magician, and they explain the mechanics and how they work, and they elaborate. And then the final one is the brick hand testing, and showing you how to pull out of the brick hands and showing you how you get brick hands. And obviously, the brick hands are a plague in the Dark Magician, and everyone cries about them. And to be honest with you, I solved the issue, and I have some videos where I'm dueling against YCS. I get brick hands and I still win because I found the proper sequence to break out of the brick hands. And a lot of times you can have a top tier hand but your opponent plays hand traps and then negate your hand, and your hand that was a top tier style turns into a brick hand because he negated everything. And I teach how to break out of those to go to draw power and survive the duel. In fact, I dueled against a top 10 YCS World Champion deck, several of them, and I purposely set up my hand to be brick. Like I played at least 30-40 hands, and when I got a brick hand, that's the hand that I recorded, and I still won the duels. So I teach people how to go in depth, how to break out of it, and that's pretty much it. After that, we have the general talk, and that's pretty much it. That covers it. Hopefully you guys like it, and if you like the song, I'm gonna let you enjoy it a little bit. Final call for the 6th class of Team DMA, and possibly the last one in existence. As you've already noted 3 weeks ago, the ban list hit no Anaconda. Everyone left Dark Magician. My channel did not leave it. In fact, the only thing that it did is we're on the only Dark Magician still being played. Since I promised I was the future 3 years ago, I kept my promise. I'm the only Dark Magician still playing. The deck was affected 0. Dragoon comes out first turn. It's totally powerful, undefeated deck, and I'm gonna let you enjoy the music. So with that being said, you guys, it pretty much covers everything. As I let you enjoy the end of the music, before I cut the video, just a reminder, the deck was completed 3 years ago, and like I told everyone, they're gonna be forced to submit to my profile even though they hate it, just to expose that they're wrong and my profile is the right one. Also, a lot of the YouTubers that are famous and that were not able to win with the Dark Magician, I'm the one who gave them the advice to cut the hand traps. I'm the one who gave them the advice to add certain monsters, and because they listened to me, they won their locals. But none of them will admit that they received my help from me. Instead, they will take it like they did it. So it's not a cry, it's not a complaint, it's a fact. And then other people, I build profiles and they end up winning their locals, and they won't recognize that the profile came from me or the idea. And those things don't matter at all. Also, some of the greatest Dark Magician players came from my school, from my class, and they're like ruling, and they're very super popular on YouTube, but they were actually my students. So with that having been said, you guys, and you know what's coming. Dark Magician! Dark Magic Attack!